Okay, welcome back everybody. This is day 24 of 100 days of making a webcomic. Sort of plowing through chapter 5 right now. Kind of doing a little bit of experimenting with this next page as well. I'm trying to see how my artwork would look if I vary the brush sizes a little more. Brush sizes. Don't know why I'm talking like mush mouth right now, but I'm just trying to pick and see how my art sort of whether it looks what am I even trying to say right now? Trying to see if my pages will look any different if I change up the style of how it's drawn, which I don't know what the actual style or the visual way that Infinite Uppercut looks, whether this will mean a whole lot or even be noticeable. And I might do this time and just scrap this going forward. And I'm just experimenting with this to keep in mind. I don't know if I permanently be doing this or not. Oh, I forgot I had a few issues with these pages that I needed to fix before I got going. Just issues with the scan that I sort of needed to correct in Photoshop. Sort of moving those two as one. And then this is on the entire wrong side of the page. I'm gonna have to get this done as quickly as possible because the scan sort of, with me moving that around, the scan looks off and it's bothering me. And before I stop and start deciding to clean the scan for absolutely no reason while I'm working, I need to get this done. Given the distance, I'm not really sure why I drew them with normal size heads. They're not supposed to have them. And the soundtrack of the day today is Street Fighter 2. I was actually struggling while trying to find something to listen to while I work. It was hard finding just a normal soundtrack of Street Fighter 2. I don't know why I was getting like the weird PlayStation version and kept getting Super Street Fighter 2 and all this other stuff, and it's like I just want a normal soundtrack that sounded like the games I played on Super Nintendo and Sega to listen to. Which it probably would have just been easier if I just played it on my computer rather than using my Fire Stick, but I don't know why I didn't think that far. Because I do actually own the soundtrack, so I don't know why I didn't just do that, literally only thinking about that as I'm talking right now. So it's not the tool I wanted to select. It's a crying shame I have to it's not like my anatomy is perfect to begin with, but it's a shame that I have to go out of my way to make sure that I keep it looking as bad as it's supposed to. I shouldn't say it's bad, but with my characters pretty much being drawn in chibi form, I have to make sure that they still retain that large head, tiny body look as much as possible. It's a loud door slam outside. It shook the house. And it's weird drawing my comic like this is giving me a Toriyama complex, where I'll mistakenly draw correct anatomy or close to correct anatomy on a character when they're not supposed to have it just because of the style of the comic or how the character looks. Because even there, their heads are still kind of smaller than they need to be, but I don't think I thought this through very well. No, I think I could have just left it diagonal and call it a day. It didn't look right, and so now I'm just going to sit up here and edit every single step, just so this looks like an actual tour bus. I'm praying with all this extra work that I'm doing right now that this detail is not lost when I put the text in this page. Probably jinx myself just by saying that. You know, it's amazing. Drawing with different brush sizes, noticing no real difference. I could be wrong, but this looks the same. Kind of ridiculous. This is really my only reason for showing you guys my line art right now. Otherwise, I would have just skipped ahead to the Flats phase. Oh, I remembered to save this time. For the record, I did make a paint mistake in yesterday's video that I'm not going to, nor can I, go back and fix without erasing quite a bit of work, which I saved over it anyways, but it's like that toppled with the fact that I wasn't saving all the way through didn't help. It just registered to me that the Street Fighter soundtrack is playing the endings. I really don't want to hear that, so I'm about to stop this in a second and change this. I have no desire to hear Here Comes the Bride while I'm painting this. The Mortal Kombat soundtrack will do. Hopefully what I just did doesn't come back to haunt me. I drew the lines in such a way, hopefully it doesn't bother me when I'm coloring. I don't know why I sit up and act like if I ignore the alarm, it's just gonna go. Open the little color palette up. Let me see. Oh, the heavy damage portion of this song is playing for a very long time right now. Alright, sorry I had to take another second to see if OBS was recording. It is. We're good. I keep doing that. Hey! I thought I got rid of this. I could have sworn I did this already. Or did I just stop at the steps? I probably did. You know what the inside of the bus looks like. Okay, notice the slight continuity error there. It's not that big of a deal, I'll fix it here. Good thing to keep note of in the future though. Oh, that color's not showing up at all. Well, I'm trying to stay focused, but this one song has been playing for an extremely long amount of time. It's still going. Still going. The heavy damage music has been playing for at least 3 minutes now. Finally it is. Okay. A lot of different sort of camera angles I'm using for this. Camera angles, you know what I mean. What do you phrase that as in a comic? Point of view? Like, what is that? In my mind, I'm just thinking camera angles, but there's obviously no camera. Considering you can't see it, I'm gonna try not to get too overboard with the background of this panel. Stop doing that, Photoshop. That's the wrong color to be shading that mountain with. Not that anyone could see that anyways. Let's move on. Okay, maybe if I put white in this, it'll show up. Okay, there we go. That's weird, it did this yesterday. I don't know what I'm doing to create this problem, but it's not selecting everything when I paint. Once again, I feel like this is a page where all this detail is about to be lost, but since I'm here, I might as well start with this panel. There's my light source to the left. I believe, yeah, it's to the left. I really need to stop leaning in like this while I work. This is on my back. No favors. Oh boy. Oh, why am I clicking that layer? There we go. Slow down, Alan. You're really starting to rush things. This is great. Now I'm full on talking to myself while I work. This is fantastic. I think just because it's a nice day outside today, if I get this done, which I should in a reasonable amount of time, I might go outside and just start sketching out tomorrow's page before it gets here. Save myself just a slither of time. Certainly won't hurt the challenge at all. This is still going to take me like an hour to get, at least an hour to get completed. Okay, I honestly forgot where I was for a second there. I don't mean literally, even though it's probably what it looked like on my face, but no, it's not what I wanted to do. And I really got to get on the ball with updating my buffer for Webtoon and Tapas. I don't think I've touched it in quite a while. I know I've been talking about it for a good length of time now, but I haven't done it yet. And I need to jump on that before my buffer's staring me in the face with me having the pages completed, because it's not like I need to actually make a buffer or anything. I already have those pages done. Especially considering this week would be the end of chapter 3 on those two platforms. At least I think this week is the end of chapter 3. There may be one more page left, but one more update left, but I highly doubt that. I think next week should be the start of chapter 4. No, switch the opacity back. Let's try this again. It's a pretty odd glare, but I like it, so I'm keeping it. Sorry. Almost done with Raekwon, which means I will almost be done with this page. Alright, so this is day 25. I'm wrapping this up. I'm going to put text on the page. As usual, if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'm out.